With land and wealth in short supply in the Northland, some Vikings set aside their differences and prepare to seek their fortunes elsewhere. The hands and tools that once shaped the crossbeams of barns are now put to another task. Along the shores of the northern inlets, something is taking shape, something that will change the lives of these people. A Viking longship. These extraordinary vessels, revolutionary in design, steer history on a new course and launch an onslaught that will dominate Europe and beyond for the next 3 centuries. In the longship, Vikings draw on ages of boat-building techniques and seafaring skills.
There would have been no Vikings without the Viking ship. And it is that evolution of that technology that allowed them to make such a mark on history. In time, they learned to make boats that were seaworthy enough to travel the North Atlantic. This was really what gave the Vikings their long reach. You could put one of these boats together in maybe a month or 6 weeks. And the design was always exactly the same. And they would make the boat either as broad as they needed for calm waters or as deep as they needed it for open oceans. And if they wanted a boat to go up the rivers of Russia or in Europe, a raiding boat that might go into the heart of the continent, they could make the same style, the same construction technique, but just a small version. They were light enough to be carried over portages, they could be dragged up rivers, and they could be sailed. And that was one of the important features because the boats were swift, like lightning, and there wasn't anything that could catch them.
It's no longer a coastal vessel like many of the Mediterranean ones were. They would make the jump from Norway to Scotland, and from the Faroe Islands to Iceland, and from Iceland to Greenland, over open waters that were far too dangerous for coastal vessels ever to take on. And the Vikings weren't frightened by this, and they had the technology to make it happen.
The result? A boat with low draft and high adaptability. A technological marvel for its day. No single king or central government guides these people. Each Norse village acts independently. Each declares its own king. The Vikings band together on this bold mission, leaving women and children behind and taking to the seas. They're after plunder. So they arm themselves accordingly.